Brandon, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Great. Uh, here on the phone with us is Casey O'Neill, my co-host.
Hello.
Hi. How are you? How's it
I'm
going?
good. How are you?
Great. Great. Thanks for having me on.
Of course. So Brandon, you're here with the Cause and Effect Film Festival put on by the Georgia Progressive Film Alliance, or the Georgia Progressive Alliance. Is that right?
Yeah, it's the Alliance for a Better Georgia.
That's
so
it.
we're a nonprofit organization that's statewide, but based here in Athens.
Okay. So can you tell us a little more about the festival?
Yeah, absolutely. So we are the only Georgia-focused progressive film festival, at least the only one that I'm aware of. And this is our third year running the film festival. Each year, the festival takes place at Cine. And what we challenge filmmakers to do is to submit 2 to 15-minute films, so very short films, on a political, environmental, economic, or social justice issue that they care about. Having done this for 2 years and going into our third year now, I'm just completely blown away by the talent that so many filmmakers around Georgia have, and the fact that they care about these important issues enough to make a film about it. So it's been a really, really rewarding, incredible experience.
So submissions are open now. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. Until October 15th, you can submit your film on causeandeffectfilm.org. A part of the mission of the film festival is really to promote accessibility. So there's no submission fee for filmmakers, which I know is different than most film festivals.
That's great. And so y'all have been putting on this for 3 years now, is it? Or this is the third year?
Yeah, we're going into our third year. The festival itself will be on November 11th at Cine again. And each year we screen, it kind of depends, but usually 7 to 10 short films at Cine. So, out of all the films we receive, we screen the finalists, and then we actually present checks to the winners at the festival. So the grand prize is $1,000 cash. Second place gets $500, and third gets $100.
So and this is open to anyone, any age, any production budget. That's right.
Yeah, absolutely. It's as long as you're a Georgia filmmaker and you're tackling an issue that's important to your community or community in Georgia, then this is a great film festival for you. So we receive entries from folks who are just making their first film all the way to seasoned filmmakers who do video production or filmmaking professionally. So it really kind of runs the gamut. More than high production value, we're just looking for folks who can pick a compelling issue and really dig into it. So last year's winner, for example, and this like I said, we get some from professional filmmakers who've been doing this for decades. But last year's winning filmmakers were 2 Clark Middle students who did an awesome 3-minute film on teen depression, and it just ticked all of the boxes.
Wow.
And they ended up winning. So it was incredible. We have a panel of judges each year who score the films based on how clear the topic is. So what exactly are you tackling in the film? How creative it is? How you're telling the story? How compelling it is? Ways that you engage the viewer, and then if there's a call to action. So going beyond just talking about an issue, but then what can viewers do when they leave the theater to make a problem better, basically.
Wow, that's honestly, that's very inspiring to hear.
That is very inspiring to hear.
Well, this sounds like a great festival. If I'm on the side of just I want to go and see it, how can I go about that?
Yeah, we'll release tickets in October. So the festival itself is November 11th, and so for the last 2 years we've done free tickets and you have to reserve them ahead of time. It spells out each year. This year, I think we may charge $5 per ticket, but we're completely focused on accessibility. So if someone comes to us and says, I can't afford the ticket price, we'll make arrangements. But yeah, all of that will be done at causeandeffectfilm.org also, and we'll open up ticket sales in October. So.
Wow, that's really
That's so cool. Yeah, that's great.
So what have y'all learned the past 2 years? Is there anything new we should expect this year?
Well, this year we're hoping to have our first guest speaker, which is pretty exciting. So we're talking to a couple different filmmakers, and so each year the National, fantastic restaurant downtown, for those who don't know, is one of our sponsors, and they cater the reception at the film festival. So not only do you get to go see these great films on important issues for free or maybe $5, but you get to eat hors d'oeuvres from the National. And this year we're hoping to also add a guest speaker to the lineup. So
that sounds like my kind of night.
Yeah, it's awesome. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention our sponsors. We've had just such an awesome network of community support throughout the festival. So this year, parent supporters of Clark County Schools are sponsoring, UGA's Grady College, the UGA Office of Sustainability, Woodland Garden, Organic Farms, and then the National, Cine, and Belgium are all sponsoring. So they make it possible, to keep the film festival accessible, free for filmmakers, and give away cash prizes. So.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
So, well, you heard the man. If you would like to submit a film for the consideration of the Cause and Effect Film Festival, the submission deadline is October 15th, and you can find all that info at causeandeffectfilm.org. There's no submission fee, and last year a couple of middle schoolers with a camcorder and a good attitude won. So, why not do it?
Exactly. And I mean, to that point, the not only have I been blown away by just the talent level of filmmakers from around the state, and it really is like from Valdosta to Blue Ridge and Savannah to Cedartown, and then everything in between. But the issues that folks tackle ranges, everything from homelessness to gun violence to the rights of transgender members of our military. Just you name it. We're looking for it as long as it's an important issue. And then also just genres are, we're completely open to genres. So last year, one of the finalists was an animated film. One was a hip hop music video. So it, really can be short documentary, short drama, comedy, whatever you like, as long as you're, creatively exploring an issue.
Great. Well, any final thoughts for our listeners out there, Brandon?
Well, really just, if just the notion that if you have a smartphone or if you have access to a smartphone, consider yourself a filmmaker. You can go out and as long as there's something that you're passionate about, look around in your community, look around in your neighborhood, and what do you want to change? What do you want to make better? And pick up your smartphone and go talk to people and save some time for editing and get us your film by October 15th. And yeah.
Oh, well, great. Well, thanks so much for joining us, Brandon Hanick, everyone, from the Cause and Effect Film Festival. Have a good night, Brandon.
Thank you all so much. I appreciate it.
Of course. Thank you.
Have a great night. Bye.
You too. Well, y'all heard the man. Bring in your films, causeandeffectfilm.org.
Bring in your films if you'd like.
If you'd like, yeah.
Yes.